am Lauren Hard, here outside the Hoboken City Council meeting, where council members just voted on the appointment of Barbara Reyes for Commissioner of the Hoboken Housing Authority. 4 members of the council voted it down. Councilmember Russo says that this is because they're being controlled by Mayor Zimmer. Now the decision will lie with those in Trenton.
A chance to speak with Barbara Reyes at length this week in connection with her application. We spoke for a little bit over an hour and went through a number of issues during that conversation related to her interest in serving on the Hoboken Housing Authority. Barbara went through, by way of her own experience, both personal and as an advocate for tenants at the Housing Authority, some of the problems or challenges that the residents face there. She explained personal problems with respect to mold remediation and how she advocated to have those addressed when they weren't addressed by the management, having to go before the Board of Commissioners as a whole, as well as on a daily basis virtually through your employment with the HOPES program, listening to the concerns of housing authority residents who may approach their manager, not get a response. Could be no heat, no hot water, mold, whatever the problem may be, and then having to go through the chain of command, be it the management, maintenance management, the director, and then sometimes she's advocated before the Board of Commissioners as a last resort to try to get things done. So I find that all admirable, and I had a chance to learn more about Ms. Reyes in that regard with respect to her advocacy and the positive role that she plays on behalf of the Housing Authority residents on what seems to be on a day-to-day basis. And I truly, sincerely commend that, and I'm confident no matter whether you serve on the Housing Authority Board or in any other role, that you're going to continue as an advocate for the community. The Housing Authority, as you know, has the Board of Commissioners has an important role in providing an oversight function to the director. So they want to make sure that the director is doing his or her job in a proper way, and it creates some sort of a check and balance. I was at the last Housing Authority meeting, and I've actually been to several in the last month or two. But I did go to the last one, and Ms. Reyes did address the board at that meeting. And I was genuinely concerned about your ability to provide proper oversight to the executive director as a commissioner, based upon the comments at that meeting. There's also another issue that we discussed with respect to the negotiation of Director Garcia's contract with the Housing Authority. He's a public official, so the terms of his contract are well known and they're in the public sphere, and we discussed them at length. You had disagreements about, you had said that renegotiation was fair with respect to some terms as him being the sole appointing authority. We talked about the salary scale, about making sure that the salary scale should be commensurate with progress in terms of whether or not he's making progress on things where there's room for improvement. And I admire that fact, but I had an underlying concern about whether or not you felt that new leadership itself was appropriate, which goes to the termination provisions of that agreement. And I got the feeling that your position was that you're satisfied, that there's room for improvement, but you're generally satisfied with Director Garcia's performance, but you wouldn't move to invoke that provision, which would actually trigger new leadership at Housing Authority directorship. So that's a concern. That's just a fundamental agree to disagree, the kind of issue that I personally had. The last issue was this Vision 2020 plan, and I asked you what you knew about it, and you had indicated that first you were against it, but now you support it. And
as many residents were.
it's fine, we can agree to disagree on the vision, but you gotta have, it's like that old lady from Wendy's saying, where's the beef? I don't see that yet, and if it exists, I'd like to see that coming from the director. We haven't seen that, and that was another concern, was that Ms. Ray supports the plan, but it seems to be a plan that doesn't exist. So, given all those things, I'm sure she's going to be an asset to our community, past, present, and future. But I don't think that this is the appropriate role for her to take on that function.
Councilman Bhalla, Councilman Russo.
Thank you, Council President. Councilman Bhalla, I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. Were you actually saying that you would only vote for an individual who would bend to your influence? That sounded like to me. It sounded like you wouldn't vote for Barbara because she doesn't agree with you pertaining to two of the biggest issues in the housing authority: the director, the leadership under the director, or the Vision 2020 plan that has been out there and has been amended. So that's what it sounded like to me, and I further asked Corporation Counsel is, I mean, what's, from a legal perspective, the council person making a comment like that about whether someone would agree with their influence to remove the director of the housing authority, where does it
Ms. Longo, you don't have to answer that question.
I'm sorry. You may be the council president, but you most certainly are not Jesus Christ.
Yes, Councilman.
I have the floor, thank you. Everyone's had the chance to speak except
Council President.
these folks. There's a question that was asked. My answer is simple. My statements speak for themselves. I'm not going to entertain a 2-hour debate on this issue. I've made my comments. Call the vote after
Council President.
We've got a busy night. Let's move the agenda forward.